Hey guys. Joseph Grounded Cringe here. Ethan from Ethan CO Entertainment was supposed to do this video, but couldn't because Plottergun is glitching right now. Oh well, probably more natural coming from a character on this show. Now today I'm going FOB talking about why William, also known as Grounded Cringe, needs to abandon the current storyline in the Caillou and Classic Caillou timeline and reboot the whole thing. Reason number 1, the storyline is all over the place. What do I mean by that? Well, in Life of Caillou, we see him go through an arc. First he starts off as a troublemaker but eventually grows to be a better person. He meets Sally, breaks up with Gina and goes through a lot of misadventures, including Caillou's eating disorder. Caillou and Sally break up, Caillou's antagonist and even Leo's experience, all had consistent character development and full-time consequences that were present in the story, but somewhere along the line, William got thrown off his groove. He started character storylines that he planned to explore but quickly gave up on those plots and ideas that really got moving, which not only frustrated me but all WHO were invested in the story. Sometime later, after he made a video about Caillou breaking up with Sally, since their relationship was pretty toxic at that point, he decided to bring her back, and while it's not clear they got back together or not, it clearly felt like the show took a gigantic step back. Especially after Rachel, a new love interest for Caillou, was established 2 videos before this one. WHO, by the way, is never mentioned again after that video, which leaves the entire story as one confused mess, leaving us to wonder where it's all going and where it is currently. Reason number 2, the Classic Caillou stuff is really old at this point. Not only is the main story completely messed up, but the Classic Caillou stuff is beyond messed up. There were times where it seemed like Classic Caillou was going to go through some character development, but by 2 videos into it or 1 video, it's completely thrown out in favor of the enemy of all content, the status quo. Now there was some videos where it seemed like William was going to give Classic Caillou an arc and wouldn't be just a one-note villain anymore, and even revealed his backstory in this video right here. But every time after William decides to change up the formula for Classic Caillou, he goes right back to being a troublemaker, making us wonder what was even the point of giving Classic Caillou any kind of video where it seems like we're supposed to care about him. Now I don't have a problem with him being a villain per se. In fact, going back to the interesting development set up for Caillou that ultimately got scrapped, he also had plans for Classic Caillou that would completely deviate from the typical Classic Caillou Gets Grounded formula. In Classic Caillou Gets Grounded Season 4, or as it's called, Classic Caillou Gets Arrested, it ends with him committing suicide and he becomes a ghost, and William was setting up a sequel series where Classic Caillou started to seek revenge for all the people go Animateville. I think the series was called Classic Caillou Seeks Revenge, probably labeled as Classic Caillou Gets Grounded Season 5. But just like the interesting new direction for Caillou, he abandoned the direction for the Classic Caillou series and ultimately reset everything. And this goes back to the story problem. It completely screws up the continuity and canon of the entire story, as well as ruining any potential development for Classic Caillou. I'm not going to talk about this for too much longer, but my biggest problem with Classic Caillou is how William has written him. He's a spoiled big-time troublemaker, but he has moments of development. He's done absolutely horrible, unforgivable things, but we were still supposed to sympathize for him? How are we supposed to be invested in a character when he does nothing but act like a selfish evil brat? And one more thing, the Classic Caillou Gets Grounded stuff isn't funny anymore. It was funny for the first couple seasons, when he was doing minor things like annoying Caillou or dressing up as an FBI officer to stop Grounded Cringe from making grounded videos out of him. That was funny because it was relatable to an extent, and the entire situation was outlandish and funny, and most importantly, he didn't end up hurting anybody. But these videos are not funny or smart or clever. Like I said, they've gotten old and borderline painful to watch. Why does William think it's funny when Classic Caillou abuses his mother, sister, or principal for no reason? Really, why? I feel like Boris in this clip while watching Classic Caillou misbehaving and causing trouble is not funny or entertaining anymore. It's painful, anger-inducing, and embarrassing. So that's why, in my opinion, the Classic Caillou stuff needs to go. He's proven to be nothing but a nuisance to go Animateville. But the biggest reason William should really consider rebooting is there's little to no life on his channel after he scrapped his new plans to take the characters in those directions. All he's really posted is a couple Classic Caillou videos and a couple of videos regarding Caillou's past girlfriend. and there's no clear direction for the characters right now. He literally cancelled Kaylu's experience too and scrapped all the plans he had for the characters. And this is why it's the perfect time to reboot. You start from scratch with a new Kaylu or character. You establish a tone and you go from there. That way you can do literally whatever you want with your show. Look, Will, we feel like you don't really give a fuck about your channel anymore. We can tell you were sick and tired of your own show. Your audience knows IT. You've tried to put band-aids on IT and go back to the norm like we wouldn't notice. It's not working. The show isn't entertaining or compelling anymore. It's a mess. At your best, the recent videos are okay, but at their worst, Ohio boy, it's time to suck IT up and start over. So anyway, those are the 3 reasons why William, also known as Grounded Cringe, needs to reboot his channel. What did you think? Do you think I'm right or do you disagree with me? Let me know down in the comments below and I'll see you next time.